It's the end of August here in Lexington, Kentucky. You know what that means? If you're from here, you know exactly what's happening. Yes, it is the 10th annual Crave Food and Music Festival. We're going to talk about that event here right now. We're going to answer some of the frequent questions. So if you are thinking about attending the event, you're going to be able to do so to the fullest ability. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited about this year with 40 vendors coming in. We're going to have tons of options. So let's jump right into this. Crave Music Festival, ladies and gentlemen, is actually being hosted at the Bluegrass Fairgrounds, which is at Masterson Station Park. Make sure you put in the right address. I have put in the wrong address before and ended up on the wrong side of the park. So make sure you do figure that out so that way you can kind of plan ahead. The event's actually happening on August 26th, 27th, so it's only a 2-day event. On Saturday, it's running from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and on Sunday, it's running from 11 to 7. I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, quick pro tip, if you're planning on going, I would try to go maybe Saturday because some of the food vendors I have found on later Sunday ventures are running out of stuff. So if there's something that you really, really want, you definitely might want to try to get there Saturday. Make sure you plan for Saturday. There is some inclement weather coming in. I've already checked the weather. It says it's going to be in the early morning, and then it's going to be mid-80s and sunny for the rest of the day. Sunday's going to be a little bit of a cooler day, which will be nice. But like I said before, some of the vendors, some of the popular vendors will probably start running out of stuff. Some of the local people might be able to restock, bring some stuff in from the night before. But like I said, you don't necessarily want to bank on that. And so just kind of again, watch the weather, make sure you know where you're going, and you might want to get there. If you go Sunday, try to get there before church or right after church, so that way you don't miss out on some of the vendors that might run out. Now, I mentioned before in this, there are over 40 restaurants, food trucks. We have 10 musical performances happening over the next 2 days. So there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a bunch of kids stuff that's happening. So it's really a big family event. It's not just for foodies or people who want to go try craft beers. And like I said, there's musical entertainment. There's all kinds of stuff happening. It's a very entertaining festival, and it's really, really fun. So it's something you definitely got to check out. Hope you're enjoying it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please give this video a quick like for those who are trying to figure out more about the event and what's going on, so that way they can make sure that they get to attend and really enjoy everything that's happening. Also, if you're thinking about moving to the area or you're thinking about buying the next home here in Lexington, Kentucky, or the surrounding areas, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about more events that are going on here in the Lexington, Kentucky area, and make sure you know exactly what's going on so that way you can enjoy everything that's happening here in town. Let's get back to this. Parking is free, so just know that. And if you watch my Bluegrass Fair video, you'll know there is tons of parking. And make sure that you have a car that does not mind driving a little bit off-road. I drive a Ford Focus, which isn't like the most off-terrain vehicle in the world, and it seemed to handle the terrain pretty fine. Like I said, there is weather coming in, so you might want to consider if you got a Jeep or something a little bit bigger that might be able to handle it, you might want to consider that. Other than that, usually the parking's not too bad. Cost of admission is $10 per person, so not a terrible cost whatsoever. But make sure you have cash available. I've been to events at the park before where they did not have an ATM, or they did not offer card service, like credit cards or debit cards, but they did have ATMs there. Will obviously charge you a surcharge. So make sure you have some cash on you just in case when you go for admission. Little pro tip, dogs are not allowed at this event, even if they are emotional support animals. I've heard about those being turned away in the past, so you don't want to necessarily drive all the way out there just to be turned away because you wanted to bring your dog. And this event is a rain or shine event. So just remember that. I know I've been talking about inclement weather coming in Saturday morning, but that's it. It's just Saturday morning. That's the only time we're expected to have any kind of rain whatsoever. And they will push through it. If they gotta, chill for a minute as the storm passes, they're gonna do that. But just know this event is happening. I know I've talked about food trucks and there's craft beers and there's also some music going on, but we also do have the Paul Miller Ford Classic car show, which is really cool because you get to see some really fantastic cars from every decade show up. And so that event's from 12 to 4. So if you're planning to go, definitely go check them out, especially if you like cars on any level. I'm not a big car mechanic person myself, but I do like going and seeing some classic cars, and there's always just a ton of them to look at every single year. So definitely something you definitely want to check out. Now, for all you bourbon drinkers out there, we have to showcase some of the bourbons, and there is a bourbon tasting on Saturday at 5:30. So if that is something that might interest you, maybe you try to aim to go around at that point. But if, like I said, bourbon tastings, you get to try some of the greatest bourbons that are in the area. And so again, if you're a bourbon drinker, this is something you might want to definitely check out. There is going to be tons of food options. As I said, 40 different vendors. You might as well say 40 different styles of food because each vendor is unique in its own right. There's going to be a couple of pizza trucks there. Again, each pizza truck's going to be a little bit different. We have some of the best chicken in town coming here. You got Bear's Chicken Shack. You got Gus's famous World Fried Chicken, which is in our best fried chicken options here list here in Lexington. So like I said, I'm going to leave a link down below with the options. And again, you're going to get to kind of see some of the different things that are happening here. But if you are a foodie and you want to enjoy yourself, you definitely got to come check this event out. I'm very excited about attending the event this year just because of the food options. You got the different entertainments going on. You got the bourbon tasting. You got the classic car show that's always happening. But I will be filming my experience at the event, and I will post that video at a later time. I'll try to get it out this weekend, but having a one-day turnaround with a two-day event, that's going to be a little tight. So just know I will post the event. So down the road, if you are thinking about attending, haven't been there before, but you're considering it, you'll get at least a glimpse into what it is and what everything's going on. So that way, maybe you can mark it your calendar, make sure that you attend it next year. All right, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I do appreciate it. I hope you do get your chance to go out and enjoy this event. My wife and I go, we try to go every year. Sometimes we miss it. We definitely missed it last year because we were actually on vacation. This year, it worked out perfectly. We're in town, nothing's going on. Football season's kicking off, but we have enough time to go enjoy this. So I hope you got the information that you needed. Like I said before, if you haven't already, please go ahead and click the like button. Make sure this video gets out there for everyone to see. If you are researching more about Lexington, Georgetown, Richmond, all the surrounding areas, you're definitely going to need to hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about more events going on here in the near future, and we will continue to talk about the real estate market as it is ever evolving and changing. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. This has been I'm with Living in Lexington at eXp Realty. You guys have a great day.